Hello and welcome back to another What Would Hannah Do winter edition. As you can see, we're back on the driving range, we're all ready set up to go, and today I'm going to talk you through a little bit about wedge play, the forgotten bit of golf that nobody seems to practice. So today we're going to work through a little bit of distance control with your wedges, and we're going to make it very uncomplicated, no guessing involved, because a lot of people on the course, when you have a yardage, don't actually know how far each club goes, so they're just guessing, which sometimes it can pay off, other times it cannot. So if you are wanting to become a chipping wizard next season, then you need to work on this. You need to have your stock shots, stock yardages for all your wedges, so you can have the confidence going out onto the golf course, the commitment into every shot. We're loving this, especially because any short game is probably the least practiced part of the game with the most reward. If you can hit it in close, you can make those par putts, those birdie putts. If you're missing the green and you can hit the green, your score is just going to come flying down. So this is so important. I cannot stress the fact of knowing your carry numbers for wedges is so important. Trust me. So why overcomplicate things, and let's make it really easy. So we've got 3 different wedges. Well, I personally do. Some people have 4, some people have 2. But what I like to do with the 3 wedges, I have 3 different golf swings. So all of a sudden, I have got 9 different yardages. So the swings that I sort of like to go for are, my personal 3 stock swings are, we start with hip to hip. So I'm just trying to feel like I get my hands to hip height. Some people like to think of more what the club shaft's doing, but for me, my hands are part of my body. Feel like I have a bit more awareness of what they're doing. So I like to go hip to hip. I then like to go more shoulder to shoulder, or maybe sometimes even like shoulder to bicep, but just shoulder's easy to explain. And then I then have my full swing. So we've got 3 different yardages. Well, we don't. We actually have 3 different golf swings, which give us 3 different yardages per club. 3 clubs, 9 yardages. So then once I've got all those 9 yardages, when you're on the golf course and you're lasering 77 yards, there is going to be one of those yardages that comes relatively close to that. And then you can then just play that shot. You can commit to it because you know that if you're shoulder to shoulder swing with whatever wedge goes this far, you know it goes that far, so you can fully commit to the swing, rather than you see a lot of people under hitting the wedges because they're scared of it going too long or they're scared of thinning it. So a lot of that comes from just not being committed to the shot. So you're going to be going shoulder to shoulder, boom, thank you very much, I'm on the green. Right, so we're going to have a little bit of a run through of what my numbers are looking out with these clubs. First up, I'm going to start with my pitching wedge. Here we go, I'll show you my wedges. They're very dirty because I have just been doing a little tutorial with them. So I've got pitching wedge 52 and a 58. All little personalised ones there. I'm going to start just with a full pitching wedge, and the yardages I'm working with are all carry, because if you know the carry, you can then, it depends on the conditions to how far that ball's going to roll out. If it's wet, like at the moment, it's literally just going to go the carry. If it's in midsummer, then you're going to get a lot more roll. And also you need to know the carry because you need to know how far it is in relation to going over bunkers, water, front of the green. So yeah, don't get too technical with it, but just know your carry. Total isn't really the number we're after. So full swing, pitching wedge. Hit that pretty okay. And we have got a carry of 102. Right, we're going to go again. 3/4 or my shoulder height. Say. Shoulder height, we've got 88. So you can sort of see a little bit of a pattern coming about here. So once you've gone through all your wedges doing that, what you can do as well is some people like to have a little bit more control of how they play the shots. So say there my 3/4 shoulder swing pitching wedge goes 88 yards carry. If I grip down on that club a little bit, say 1 inch, that is going to take off X amount of yardages for me. Everyone's obviously going to be different. So once you've got your stock yardages, you can start tinkering around with some things like that as well. You know, if you're just wanting to say, if it's windy and you're wanting to grip down, gain a little bit more control, but do a little bit of a bigger swing to get that yardage, that's something you can sort of play around with, but that is for another video. Right now, we're on to my little half pitching wedge. There we go. So there we have 3 different yardages with just one club. Carry 70. How convenient. We've got 70, sort of nearly 90, and then like 100, maybe a little bit more. Well, actually we've not. We've got 70, we've got 88, and we've got 102, but I always sort of round them. Now, if I was to do this properly, I would be doing, say, 3 to 5 different shots with the same club. So 3 half swings, 3/4, and then 3 full swings as well, just to get an average, because I could have hit one of those a bit heavy, could have caught one a bit thin, vice versa. If you are going to be getting these yardages, make sure you do a few shots at least, just to give you your average number so you can be most certain that that yardage is correct. Right, on to the next one. We have got my 52 and we're going to go full. So full 52, what's that saying to me? Talk to me, baby. 70. So this is when you can start piecing it all together. When you've got your yardages, you'll find out, say, your full 52 may sit sort of somewhere between whatever between your 3/4 pitching wedge and your half pitching wedge, and you can start to sort of piece in those gaps. So now we've got 58, full 58. I don't actually really hit this that often. I feel like it just pops up too much, a bit too spinny. The wind affects it a lot. But we'll do it to get the number, because you never know when you do have to use this one. Okay, full 58, that has gone 58 yards. That shot's not really one that I personally like to play. If I was going for more of that sort of shot, 55, around 55, 60, I would much rather go 52. Okay, what's my 52 half swing saying? 52 half swing, same yardage. So I would much rather play that shot than rather going in with a big high 58. But again, personal preference. For me, I like to take the risk out of every shot, so I feel more comfortable with this, feel like I've got more control of this. Also, if you thin a 58, that's going a long way with a full swing, where a bit more comfortable with a little half 52. Okay, and then we're going to go, what for missed? 3/4 52, so shoulder height. That has gone 75 yards, 71 yards. Just so you know that when you do these different sort of swing lengths, I like to change my setup a little bit. So if I've got half a swing, my feet are going to be a little bit narrower than if I was going to be doing 3/4 swing and then a full swing. So half swing, sort of 2 club heads. 3/4 a little bit bigger, because you're going to have to swing back, you're going to have a little bit more rotation involved in there as well. And then full swing, literally full setup, like you're going to be hitting a 7-iron or something like that. So full stance, just to allow you to get that club sort of into the position of your full swing. So stock wedges, definitely put it on your winter practice, even if you do it sort of going into springtime, so you are fully aware of your yardages going into the season next year. I guarantee your 100 yards and in will become so much better. So once I've got those numbers, what I like to do is I actually type them out on the computer and have them on a little bit of a piece of paper that I put either in my yardage book or in my pocket, just so I can literally go zap, 75 yards. How far is that? Okay, I've got two options that are quite close to there. I want to play a higher one, I want to play a lower one, bam. Or I have seen some people, very cool idea, which I might do next year, is if with like a sticky label thing, they print it off and actually just pop it on the club there, so they have full 3/4, half yardages. So how simple is that? And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And I will see you all very soon.